that very few people are aware about CAPF. So why there is very low awareness about CAPF? So what should be the driving force for a student to become assistant commandant? Why should he become assistant commandant?
CISF, I would say the scope and mandate is expanding day by day, because apart from the ones that you have mentioned, the nuclear power plants.
If we see the increasing challenge for India in the internal aspect as well as external aspect, so how can CAPF play a very important role for providing security to our country?
There is the more jail, high courts as well as jails are coming under CISF mandate, and recently we have taken over the security of Parliament House complex also entered CISF, because the force is expanding, the opportunities are many, and this will be a great time to start your career with CISF.
Namaste, Jai Hind. I welcome you all on the platform of UPSC CAPF. This is the special podcast series of UPSC CAPF. In this podcast series, we bring before you successful candidates, serving bureaucrats, and famous personalities from different fields. Their experiences don't only help us to clear our exams, but also to become successful in our respective fields of life. In today's special podcast series, we have with us Shravan Aditya sir, who is Assistant Commandant in CISF. A very warm welcome to you, sir.
Namaste, Amit.
Namaste, sir.
Thank you for having me in your platform.
So we really thank you for having so much of time for us to do this podcast for us. So we will tell you about the brief about Shravan Aditya sir. He has done BTech in Mechanical Engineering. After that, he has done PG Diploma in Industrial Security from Nalsa University, Hyderabad. Sir has cleared various successful examinations like Sir has appeared twice in the UPSC CSE mains. Sir has also cleared NABARD Group A exam. Sir has also cleared Tamil Nadu PCS, and Sir has also cleared ACIO exam conducted by Ministry of Home Affairs. Apart from this, the areas of interest of Shravan Aditya sir is internal security, international affairs, public security, cricket, fitness, and athletics. So in today's podcast, we will talk with sir about what is CAPF, what is the role of CAPF in internal security. We will also go through how to clear this auspicious exam, and in the last part of our podcast, we will talk about some burning issues on internal security and international affairs. So sir, let's start our podcast. So first of all, guide our viewers and candidates. What is CAPF?
CAPF stands for Central Armed Police Forces. They are a group of 7 different forces which function under the Ministry of Home Affairs. The forces include Assam Rifles, Border Security Force, Shastriya Seema Bal, Indo-Tibetan Border Police, CISF, that is Central Industrial Security Force, Central Reserve Police Force, CRPF, and finally NSG. So there are 7 different forces in CAPF under Ministry of Home Affairs. Of that, Assam Rifles alone is administratively under Ministry of Home Affairs, but it is operationally it comes under Ministry of Defense. So then there is NSG, which is also a unique force because it doesn't do recruitment on its own. Only people from other personnel from other CAPFs are used to populate this force. So if you look at the main forces, it is 5 for which direct recruitment happens through UPSC CAPF AC examination.
So the exam is conducted by UPSC CAPF for the AC post, Assistant Commandant post.
For Assistant Commandant post, which is the highest rank at which you can enter the force.
So this is very coveted force, sir. So you are selected as an Assistant Commandant in CISF.
Yes.
Sir, guide us through what is the role of CISF per se in terms of internal security of our country.
So CISF, the Central Industrial Security Force, was established in the year 1969, and today they have come a long way, and they are a multi-skilled premier agency which guards critical installations in our country, including airports, seaports, and Delhi Metro, and metros in other cities also, as well as the coal plants, steel plants, and all other important PSUs, which are the pillars of this country.
Sir, as we know that India has become 5th largest economy, And in terms of infrastructure, like you mentioned, ports, airports, seaports, and many nuclear power plants are also coming. So the stage of infrastructure is increasing day by day, and that's why the role of CISF is also increasing.
Yes, obviously. CISF, I would say the scope and mandate is expanding day by day, because apart from the ones that you have mentioned, the nuclear power plants, there is the more jail high courts as well as jails are coming under CISF mandate. And recently we have taken over the security of Parliament House complex also. So this is a very good opportunity for all the aspirants out there to enter CISF, because the force is expanding, the opportunities are many, and this will be a great time to start your career with CISF.
So as I mentioned, this is a very great time for the young candidates to join CAPF because its mandate is increasing not only on the border sensitive areas but also the sensitive areas inside the country, like sir mentioned, parliament buildings, jails and other critical infrastructure like nuclear power plants. Sir, if we see the increasing challenge for India in the internal aspect as well as external aspect, so how can CAPF play a very important role for providing security to our country?
Okay, as you mentioned, the threats are increasing day by day. The non-state actors are finding new ways, new methods to challenge the integrity of this country. We are seeing people's flying drugs and weapons through drones and putting it inside our borders. In such a condition, the border guarding forces of our country, that is BSF, ITBP, as well as SSP, they have a very significant role, and we have to equally step up our game to match what our antagonists are doing. So in that way, apart, this is about the external security and internal security also. There are a lot of people inside the country who are actively working to sabotage as well as to divert the attention or bring attention to their own cause. So they are being funded by external agencies. So these kind of actors also attack the critical infrastructure of our country, which will give them a very short route to fame. So for that, we have to stay vigilant always. We cannot afford to be negligent at any cost. So we, as the security forces of the nation, we are always on our toes, and we are always looking for threats to neutralize.
Very well said, sir. Sir, as you told that you are always on your toes. So first of all, on behalf of our entire audience, we really salute you and thank you for providing us security so that we are sitting peacefully in this room and doing this podcast only because of services provided by young leaders like you, sir. Thank you very much. Sir, as you are very good in your academics and you are also very good in when it comes to public speaking. So, and it's in academic wise, you have been very good student. But apart from this, we see that very few people are aware about CAPF. So why there is very low awareness about CAPF, despite the fact it is a Group A service, as you mentioned, it is the highest coveted service from which a student can join the CAPF forces. So why, sir? Why there is very low awareness?
The reason for low awareness, one of the main things I would say is the misconceptions about the force. And there is not enough awareness about what an assistant commandant in the force does, or what the mandate of each and different forces are. So people are aware about army, people are aware about IPS, and people are aware about their state civil services also. But they somewhere miss the point, miss what CAPF does. So that is because I would say enough attention is not given by the media, and there are not enough coaching institutes directly which cater to the needs of CAPF aspirants. They would rather focus on bank exams or other exams where they have a large student base. And then apart from this, one of the reasons I could think of is this is a fairly recent exam, because till the late 1990s, CAPF exam was also integrated with civil services exam. So that was the only route to come to this join the CAPF. But now CAPF UPSC has like bifurcated the exam, and they have added a physical part also in the recruitment of this examination. So this kind of awareness has to reach the people, and we are some of the forces have very limited civilian interaction, so they don't see us on the ground as much as they see other forces like IPS or the Indian Army. So that could also be one of the reasons, I think, and I think you are doing a great job in spreading this awareness
Thank you
to
very
the
much, sir.
aspirants, to the general public on what we do and how we do it.
So that is the whole motto of doing this podcast, to bring young officers like you, to bring awareness among the students that they can join CAPF as an assistant commandant and serve the country, sir. This is a very good opportunity, as you mentioned. Sir, as you told that IPS and other civil services posts are glamorized a lot, they are romanticized a lot. Recently, we saw a movie 12th Fail,
Yes.
and there are other web series also. So, sir, what do you think that if a student wants to become assistant commandant in CAPF, so what should in his mind? I mean, what should he think? What should his aim to become a CAPF? Because he will want, okay, I want to become a civil servant. I don't want to become assistant commandant. So, what should be the driving force for a student to become assistant commandant? Why should he become assistant commandant?
The very important drive that I would expect in an aspirant is the resilience and perseverance to a uniform job. So this, as you mentioned, is a very respected and coveted opportunity, and for people to join at this level at such an young age, it's not available in the it is not available anywhere
Yeah,
in,
right, sir.
in the private sector. So if you are going to join a private sector, you have to start at the end of the line, and slowly you can climb up the ladder. But this position, it has a lot of responsibility. You have to make decisions from day one, so which is going to affect a minimum of 400 500 people, and it is only going to increase. So you have to have very good decision making skills, and only if you think you have what it takes, and at such a young age with such resolve, only then you can enter this forces and you can survive in this force.
So one more thing I would like to add, as you told, that the force and the uniform, it brings inherent self-respect among the people also. Like, I really want to stand up and salute to you for the services which you are providing entire country. Very selfless service you are providing to us, and that is the biggest driving force, I think, that should motivate a student to become a CAPF assistant commandant.
Yes, true. The respect that comes with the uniform, it is unmatched.
Yeah, right,
You
sir.
cannot get anywhere else.
And it comes from within. Like, if I see a police officer and if I see assistant commandant, so my respect will inherently more towards the assistant commandant, because as you are working 24/7, it is a selfless job. It is a thankless job, I must say. But even if you don't want anything in exchange, you are serving us without in need of anything. You are just getting a salary and you are standing with your life in your hands 24/7 for us. It is a very respectable thing for us to do. So we really thank you, sir, for your service. So, sir, let's start with your background a little bit. So kindly guide us through your background. Where do you come from and how do you start the preparations?
Yeah. I'm Shravan Aditya. I'm from Erode district in Tamil Nadu, and I have done my schooling from Tamil Nadu itself, and then I joined BTech Mechanical Engineering for my undergraduation. And during my final year, I had the opportunity to listen to an IFS officer, Mr. Anurag Bhushan. He was at that time third secretary in Indian Embassy, Dubai. So he was the turning point in my life, I would say, because he exposed me to the Indian Foreign Service, the lifestyle, the respect that comes with that, and everything. So that propelled my drive towards civil services immediately after college. So at that time, I was preparing for civil services, and eventually, I came to know about what are other exams on the same lines which could give me this kind of life and this kind of decision making powers. So in that hunt, I bumped into CAPF. I had a few of my seniors who guided me, as well as my sister. So she was also preparing for civil services and CAPF at that time. So along with her, I was able to gain a lot of insights about what CAPF is, what are the different forces and how they work, everything. So then the preparation was done on my own. I did not take any academics help for CAPF coaching because my foundation was CBSE. I come from a CBSE background, so I was fairly thorough with all the NCRTs. So NCRTs, I would say, is the foundation for this examination also. So I was able to go through my NCRTs and go through the previous year questions, etc., to understand the flavor of the exam, understand what they're expecting from us. So that's how I started my CAPF preparation,
Yes,
and
sir.
it ended fruitfully.
Yes, sir. So one thing you mentioned that you didn't join any coaching for CAPF
Yes.
because you was very good in academics right from the school and through the college. So sir, I want to ask one question. What is the best time to start the preparation of CAPF? In the college or after the college?
I would say once you decided this is where you want to go, and if you still haven't chosen your degree in college, which one you are going to do. So I think it is better to go for a light degree. I would say if you want to do arts or science, you would get more free time than an engineering degree. So in that way, you will have a lot of enough time to prepare and clear it in the first time itself. I'm not saying don't do engineering. I'm saying engineering is also good. It is a very good backup option, and you can have that also. But if you have decided at 12th standard level, then that's okay. But if you have joined college and if you are currently attending classes, then I would say start reading newspapers now itself. Start from today, because the general awareness is a very big part of all the competitive exams preparation. It will not only help you in clearing the exams, and I think as a citizen, everybody should read newspapers.
Yes, sir.
For what you should be aware of what is happening in and around the country, and how your life is getting affected every day. So for that also you should go through newspapers, and till the end of your college you study, you just be really fluent with newspapers. If I would say, if you could read a newspaper from top to bottom, and if you could understand every single news, you're ready for the exam. You can just go and write the exam.